What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Bootcamps are made for outdated bootcamps, or if there is a request from the higher-ups. In this video, we are going to talk about the assassin, Hanzo. Hanzo has a good set of burst, area of effect, buff, and astral projection skills. Our Akuma Ninja, Hanzo, is a burst assassin hero. I consider Hanzo as a jungle monster stealer hero since his first skill could instantly devour a jungle monster. Not only that, his ultimate skill lets him transform into Demon Numa form and keep his real body safe from harm. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Hanzo based on my experience. I will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain his skills one by one for further understanding. Hanzo's passive, Amen no Habakiri, absorbs the souls of the eliminated units nearby and turns it into demon blood. The red bar under your health bar is the bar for your demon blood count. He gains less demon blood with dead non-hero units, compared to the demon blood granted by dead hero units. Demon blood is consumed during his ultimate skill. This will be explained later on. Hanzo's first skill, Ninjutsu, Demon Feast, lets Hanzo devour a target creeps, minions, or even the turtle and the lord. Each basic attack will give Hanzo a charge for Demon Feast temporarily. After gaining 5 charges, this skill is unlocked temporarily. Upon casting, the target enemy is instantly devoured and is digested over a period of time. Hanzo gets demon blood right after digesting the enemy. Hanzo can target the Lord and Turtle with this skill, but instead of devouring them, they will instead receive a certain amount of true damage depending on the skill's level. Always take note that this skill can't be used against heroes, okay? Hanzo's first skill while on Demon Numa form, Ninjutsu, Demon Thorn. Let Hanzo massage the enemies with acupuncture with demon thorns. Each basic attack will give the Demon Numa charge for Demon Thorn temporarily. After gaining 5 charges, this skill is unlocked temporarily. Upon casting, the Demon Numa burrows underground and lunges forward to attack enemies in a line. Enemies hit will receive certain amount of physical damage, and an additional physical damage depending on a percentage of the target's maximum health points. Enemies hit will also be knocked up making them airborne and will grant 10 demon blood to Hanzo. The damage is reduced for non-hero units. Hanzo's second skill, Ninjutsu, Soul Reap, summons demonic spikes in a designated area. All enemies hit on the area of effect will immediately receive physical damage. If an enemy is hit, the skill will strike again after half a second with physical damage and will slow them down. The demonic spike stops when there are no target hit or have dealt additional damage for 8 times. Every unit hit grants Hanzo demon blood. Hanzo's second skill while on Demon Numa form, Ninjutsu, Devastator, deals a series of damage in a designated area. Upon casting, the Demon Numa dashes towards the specified area and deals physical damage within the area of effect. If an enemy is hit, this skill will repeat itself after 0.3 seconds until no target is hit or reaching a total of 8 occurrences. Each hit from this skill trigger basic attack effects. An example of this would be Demon Hunter Sword's unique passive. Hitting an enemy hero unlocks 1 seal of Ninjutsu, Demon Thorn. Moving, attacking, or recasting this skill will terminate this skill immediately. Hanzo's ultimate skill, Kinjutsu, Pinnacle Ninja, lets Hanzo become a Demon Numa. Upon casting, Hanzo gains 20 demon blood and charges into battle as a Demon Numa while leaving his true body behind. While on Demon Numa, you now have a different set of skills. Demon Numa consumes 10 demon blood every second and can move through obstacles and has additional movement speed and attack speed. But your physical and magic defense are both reduced by a certain amount depending on this skill's level. If you run out of demon blood, your true body will be floating towards the Demon Numa to reunite with it. When the demon Numa is killed, it will return back to Hanzo's body, stunning him for a few seconds and weakening him for a few while. Being weakened means having Hanzo's movement speed reduced, his physical and magic defense reduced, and his location revealed. The demon Numa and Hanzo will be killed if Hanzo's true body is destroyed. While on the demon Numa form, you now have 2 buttons to click on your ultimate skill. You can either make the demon Numa return to Hanzo's body immediately, or make Hanzo's body go to the demon Numa's position and return to each other's loving arms. There are so many items that you can buy for Hanzo. You can focus on items that grants physical damage, extra damage, physical penetration, and items that grants critical chance and increases critical damage. You can actually consider the Taser Chaser build if you want to focus on being a roaming assassin. You can also consider the Tarzan mode build if you chose to be a burst assassin while being burst against turrets as well. But let's talk about the Kurumi way further. As for starting item, you can consider buying Raptor Machete. Jungling items could grant you more experience since Hanzo's first skill easily devours jungle monsters. This item is a jungling item that grants physical attack and physical penetration. Its unique attribute grants additional damage to monsters. Another unique passive of this item is Breakout. Every 10 seconds, your next basic attack will be buffed with additional true damage. The amount of true damage increases as your level increases and slows down the enemy. Dealing basic attacks will reduce this unique passive's cooldown. Another unique passive of this item is Read. This passive grants additional experience when jungling. You recover some health and mana every time you kill jungle monsters. Another unique passive of this skill is Gorge. This unique passive grants you physical attack every time you kill a jungle monster. This stacks up to 15 times. Lastly, this item makes the spell Retribution applicable to enemy heroes. Upon using Retribution, the target will have his movement speed reduced, and will deal a small amount of true damage. For your kicks, you can consider buying Swift Boots. Swift Boots grants additional attack speed and movement speed. Having additional attack speed will make your attacks faster. This will let you deal lots of attacks, especially during team fights. You can consider buying Demon Hunter Sword. This item gives you physical attack and attack speed. Its unique passive will give a bonus effect on your basic attack. This bonus effect will deal a percentage of target's current health points as additional physical damage. Demon Hunter Sword's another unique passive grants a 4% lifesteal for 3 seconds on each basic attack, which lasts for 3 seconds. This effect stacks up to 5 times. This item is best to abuse your second skill's damage on Demon Numa form. You also might want to consider Blade of Despair. This item grants additional physical attack and movement speed. Its unique passive will give you additional physical attack when the target's health is below a certain percentage. The movement speed bonus can also help you chase enemies or escape death. You might also want to consider Blade of the Heptases. This item grants physical attack, health points, and physical penetration. Its unique passive grants your next basic attack to deal extra physical damage equivalent to a percentage of your physical attack if no damage was taken or dealt within 5 seconds. Lastly, you can consider buying Berserker's Fury. This item gives you additional physical attack and critical chance. Its unique passive grants you additional critical damage on your critical hits. Also, dealing critical hits will increase your physical attack by a certain amount for a short period of time. The item build for Hanzo really depends on the enemy's lineup. So make sure to read each item's descriptions so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Hanzo is Sprint. This grants you additional movement speed which decays over time. This reduces your time controlled and make you immune from slowing effects for a short period. This is really helpful to chase enemies or escape death. You can also consider Petrify. You can use Petrify to deal magic damage to enemies around you and petrifies them for a few moments. This can really help you attack enemies peacefully when they are petrified. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Assassin Emblem set. Custom Assassin Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as an assassin. Set agility to its max level because it can give you additional movement speed. Higher movement speed means higher chance to chase enemies or escape death. Setting invasion to max level will provide you physical penetration. Higher physical penetration means higher damage on your basic attacks and skills. Get high and dry to increase your damage to the target when he is the only nearby hero. This is advisable when you try ganking a single hero, but in case you are not that type, just consider bounty hunter or killing spree instead. Set first skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the damage of this skill higher. That means, you can deal burst damage to the target for an easy kill. Prioritize second skill less since your first skill is what you need for burst damaging. Always upgrade the ultimate skill when available for upgrading. Hanzo's passive just generally makes Hanzo farm for demon blood. Even if you didn't kill the minions or heroes nearby, you still get demon blood from them. So it's really best if you roam a lot to gain demon blood from the enemy's minions and creeps. Without or with just a little amount of demon blood, all Hanzo could do is to use his second skill to slow down and deal little damage to enemies. He is a very squishy assassin, so it's best to engage in team fight using his ultimate skill. Also take note that when you die, you will lose all your demon blood. So better take care of your body, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay hydrated, okay? Hanzo's first skill on human form is what you need to steal jungle monsters from the enemies. With this skill, you can steal jungle monsters from the enemy side. For a tip, at the 30-second mark of the match, head towards the jungle monsters from your side near the enemy's blue buff jungle monster. Make sure to deal 5 hits to enable your first skill. Then, head over towards the enemy jungle monster and make sure to aim it well. You don't want to devour the wrong monster, right? You can also hit this jungle monster instead. Then devour the blue jungle buff monster. This makes you farm faster because you can now hit your next jungle monster while devouring your previous target jungle monster. Hanzo's first skill on Demon Numa form is what you need for burst damage dealing. Just like your first skill on human form, you need to deal 5 attacks before this skill gets activated. Good thing that your second skill on Demon Numa form could easily grant you 5 charges, making this a good combo with one another. With that burst damage and crowd control somehow, the enemies will definitely see their creator in heaven in no time. Just please make sure you aim this skill properly. You don't want a supposedly kill to go to waste, right? Hanzo's second skill is what you need to slow down enemies. Hanzo's second skill on human form will damage the enemies in the area for multiple times while slowing them down. This also grants you demon blood per enemies hit in the area. Hanzo's second skill on Demon Numa form is what you need to deal lots of damage to the target. Enemies hit in the area will receive physical damage continuously as long as an enemy is hit in the area or when 8 occurrences has been dealt. Each hit of this skill also deals basic attack effects. An example of this is Demon Hunter sword effects. Unfortunately, the damage of this skill doesn't deal critical hits. You might be also wondering if Golden Staff works on his second skill on this form. We tried it for you and unfortunately, Golden Staff just gains charges but doesn't trigger the basic attack effects on the third attack. You can use this skill to instantly get close to the target or chase dying enemies. It is said on the description that you can stop this skill by using it again, by moving, or by attacking. When we tried it, we were only able to stop the skill after the 5th slash from the skill. So better take note of that in case you need to chase an enemy. You can also cast your first skill even while this skill is ongoing. This skill will just stop and cast your first skill instead. Hanzo's ultimate skill is what you need to be in Demon Numa form. Remember that while on Demon Numa form, it consumes demon blood. So before using this skill, make sure you have enough demon blood. Because if your demon blood is all consumed, your true body will fly towards your Demon Numa to reunite and love again one another. This also makes you pass through obstacles. Take note that even if your Demon Numa dies, it will just connect back to your true body, but will weaken Hanzo. That includes being stunned for 3 years, having his physical and magic defense reduced to 0 and having his movement speed reduced. If that's the case, then you can use Sprint after the stun to ensure your escape if ever the enemies are chasing after your true form, or use Purify. So it's really recommended that you return back to your body before the Demon Numa dies. Because when the Demon Numa dies and returns back to your true body, the enemies will be able to have a glimpse of your true form in the map. You might notice that there are 2 buttons on his ultimate skill while in Demon Numa form. The upper button will make your true body relocate and combine with the Demon Numa's current location. This can be helpful especially if you're trying to escape death. On the other hand, the lower button of your ultimate skill will make the Demon Numa return back to your true body instantly without having any consequences. Just make sure to press the right button if you ever plan to escape, because one wrong click could cause you your life instead of successfully escaping.
You have been slain.
You can also use the Demon Numa form to safely push the enemy base without the worry of being killed. Just make sure you leave your true body far from danger, because you will die when you get killed.
Executed.
Here we are again with our experiments. We have our favorite lab rat, Rakuten, to demonstrate with us some heroes that could be either a threat or a food to Hanzo. First, we have Gujin. Gujin's first skill could let him dash behind the enemy. Let's see if we use our ultimate skill while having his dagger marked on us. As you can see, the dagger mark is now attached to our Demon Numa. This can ensure our true body's safety. What if Gujin throws his first skill on our true form? Let's see what will happen if we use our ultimate skill to recall our body. As you can see, even if Gujin was able to teleport to our body, we were able to retrieve our body away from him. Next, we have Leslie. You can see our health points low and could die any second now from Leslie's ultimate skill. Let's see if our Demon Numa can fuse Leslie's ultimate skill. As you can see, the Demon Numa was able to get the target lock from Leslie's skill, but after it died, Leslie's bullet are still being shot towards our true form. So for this, you can only survive on this scenario by using Demon Numa to redirect Leslie's ultimate skill, and hope the enemy doesn't have flame shot. Next, we have Johnson. Let's try if Johnson could offer a ride to our true body while we are using our ultimate skill. As you can see, Johnson just ignored our true body. Maybe because our true body forgot to bring a hand sanitizer. How about if we try to ride Johnson using our Demon Numa? As you can see, Johnson accommodated us inside him. Let's check out what will happen when we run out of demon blood while inside Johnson. As you can see, our true form is returning back to us. After its return, we are now back to each other and now inside Johnson. Next, we have Aldous. Let's see what will happen if we use our ultimate skill when Aldous have used his ultimate skill on our true body. As you can see, the indicator was transferred to the Demon Numa. This just shows that we kind of misdirected Aldous from his true target. This is best to be used if ever Aldous used his ultimate skill just to chase you. Just make sure not to get back to your body during Aldous' flight, because he will still follow you back to your true form. So better go back to your true body after he hits you. How about if Aldous uses his ultimate skill while we are using our ultimate skill? As you can see, there are 2 marks above our true body and Demon Numa's head. But Raki mentioned that he could only target one target, so we tested it ourselves. As you can see, even if the true body and the Demon Numa both has the marker, we can only choose Hanzo and it automatically leads us to the Demon Numa. Same goes with Angela. You can only choose the Demon Numa to use your ultimate skill too. So just a note that when Hanzo is using his ultimate skill, globally targeted skills could only target Hanzo's Demon Numa. In terms of his combo, we have formulated an extremely easy combo that you can execute even having your eyes closed. Before anything, you must make sure you have lots of demon blood, because demon blood gets consumed fast while on demon blood. You don't want your true form to be seen by the enemy and enter the team fight, right? Now that you have enough demon blood, use your ultimate skill to be in Demon Numa form. Then, use your second skill to dive in and deal multiple damage to enemies just like a slashing samurai. Then, if you don't have enough charges for your first skill, deal a few basic attacks until you can now cast your first skill. Make sure to aim your first skill properly, because the radius of effectivity of this skill is really small. Then, if you have Petrify, use it to further halt the enemies from running away. Then, deal basic attacks or use your second skill if it's available again. Then when the desired target has been assassinated, you can now use your ultimate skill again to return back to your body safely, just like a true ninja. For an advanced daredevil stunt, you can use your second skill first on true form to slow down the target, then proceed with the combo we just taught you. Additional tip. I know some of you guys prioritize hero kills over pushing turrets. But please, don't chase heroes on situations that could put yourself in danger. Don't be like this Thamus that is really greedy for a kill.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Hanzo. This video just guides you on how to use Hanzo the Kurumi way. We would like to thank our Wakandian brother, Rakuten, for being our lab rat again for this bootcamp. You can search for him in-game and tell him how much you appreciate him, willing to sacrifice his pride and honor to be a test subject. Watch his in-game streams and send some flowers and hearts to compensate his sacrifice for us. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Hanzo. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to our channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the community tab for the giveaway event post. We have our coffee account just in case you want to donate us some coffee funds. Check our coffee link on the description of this video. Please only trust bootcamp videos from our official accounts. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers!